Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our English learning podcast. Today, we are going to talk about a question that many English learners ask themselves every day. Why can't we speak English fluently? Perhaps you have been studying English for months or even years. You know many vocabulary words. You understand grammar rules. You can read articles and sometimes understand movies or videos. But when someone asks you a simple question in English, you suddenly become nervous. The words disappear from your mind, and speaking becomes difficult. If this has happened to you, you are not alone. Millions of English learners around the world face the same challenge. The good news is that there are clear reasons why this happens, and once we understand these reasons, we can begin to improve. The first reason is that many learners spend too much time studying English and not enough time using it. Think about it for a moment. How many hours have you spent learning grammar rules? How many hours have you spent memorizing vocabulary lists? Now compare that to the amount of time you have actually spent speaking English. For many learners, the difference is huge. They spend hundreds of hours studying English, but only a few minutes speaking it. Speaking is a skill. Just like driving a car, swimming, or playing a musical instrument, it improves through practice. Reading about swimming will not teach you how to swim. In the same way, studying English alone will not automatically make you a fluent speaker. The second reason is fear. Many learners are afraid of making mistakes. They want every sentence to be perfect before they speak. They worry about grammar. They worry about pronunciation. They worry about what other people will think. As a result, they stay silent. Unfortunately, silence never improves speaking skills. The truth is that mistakes are a normal and necessary part of learning. Every fluent English speaker made thousands of mistakes while learning. Mistakes are not signs of failure. They are signs of progress. Every time you make a mistake and learn from it, your English becomes a little stronger. The third reason is translating from your native language. Many learners hear a question in English, translate it into their native language, think of an answer, and then translate the answer back into English. This process takes time and makes conversations difficult. Fluent speakers do not translate. They think directly in English. Of course, developing this ability takes practice, but it is one of the most important steps toward fluency. You can start with simple thoughts. For example, instead of thinking in your native language, try thinking, "What should I eat today? I need to finish my work. The weather is nice today." These small exercises train your brain to think directly in English. The fourth reason is a lack of listening practice. Many people underestimate the importance of listening. Speaking and listening are closely connected. The more English you hear, the more natural English becomes. When you listen regularly, you learn pronunciation, sentence patterns, vocabulary, and common expressions. Imagine trying to play a song on the piano without ever hearing it. It would be very difficult. Language works in a similar way. Before we can speak naturally, we need to hear natural English regularly. This is why listening to podcasts, interviews, conversations, audiobooks, and videos can have such a powerful effect on speaking skills. The fifth reason is focusing on individual words instead of phrases. Many learners know thousands of English words but still struggle to speak. Why? Because real conversations are built with phrases, not isolated words. Native speakers often use expressions such as, "How's it going? That sounds great. I'll think about it. To be honest." At the end of the day, learning complete phrases allows your brain to produce language more quickly and naturally. The sixth reason is inconsistency. Many learners study English for several hours one day and then stop for a week. Language learning works best when it becomes a daily habit. Even 15 or 20 minutes of practice every day can be more effective than studying for several hours once a week. Consistency helps your brain retain information and build long-term speaking skills. The seventh reason is limited vocabulary in active use. Some learners understand thousands of words when reading or listening, but they only use a small number of words when speaking. This is because there is a difference between passive vocabulary and active vocabulary. Passive vocabulary includes words that you recognize. Active vocabulary includes words that you can use confidently in conversation. To move words from passive vocabulary to active vocabulary, you must use them repeatedly in speaking and writing. The eighth reason is a lack of confidence. Confidence plays a huge role in communication. Two people may have the same level of English knowledge, but the more confident person often appears more fluent. Confidence does not come from waiting. Confidence comes from action. The more conversations you have, the more confident you become. The more mistakes you make and learn from, the stronger your confidence grows. Another common reason is unrealistic expectations. Many learners expect fluency within a few months. When progress feels slow, they become discouraged. However, language learning is a long journey. Think about how long it took you to learn your first language. Fluency develops gradually through thousands of hours of exposure and practice. Patience is one of the most important qualities of successful language learners. Now let's talk about some solutions. First, speak English every day, even if only for a few minutes. Second, listen to English daily through podcasts, videos, and conversations. Third, learn useful phrases instead of memorizing isolated words. Fourth, think in English whenever possible. Fifth, stop being afraid of mistakes. Sixth, practice speaking out loud. Seventh, record yourself speaking and listen to your recordings. Eighth, stay consistent and trust the process. Remember that fluency is not about speaking perfectly. Fluency is about communicating your ideas clearly and comfortably. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need a perfect accent. You do not need to know every word in the dictionary. You simply need the courage to communicate and the determination to keep improving. Every fluent speaker was once a beginner. Every confident speaker once felt nervous. Every successful language learner once struggled to form simple sentences. The difference is that they continued practicing. So if you feel frustrated because your English is not yet fluent, do not give up. Keep speaking, keep listening, keep learning, keep making mistakes, and most importantly, keep moving forward. One day, you will look back and realize that all those small daily efforts have transformed your English. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. We hope this episode has helped you understand why speaking English fluently can be challenging and what you can do to improve. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and enjoy your English learning journey. See you in the next episode.